Hello and welcome, my friends. TJF. We made it through the first couple of days of January. I want to welcome you to the weekend and welcome you to the first full week of 2024. This week, we're looking at a new moon coming in on Thursday. We just finished having Mercury go direct back on, what day was it? Tuesday. I know many of us are still really feeling the impact of that retrograde. So there's not much else happening. Uranus goes direct later in the month. Know that this new moon is going to support us in trying to shift out of that Mercury in retrograde, shift out of some of that heaviness, that burden, just the overwhelmed energies that the holidays brought. I have not, as of the recording of this session, filmed. I think it's my next thing I'm going to record. Will be my new moon healing. You will have that on Tuesday. The new moon is for Thursday, so you'll have a couple of days with it pre, and then you'll have a couple of days, of course, post. So you'll have some time with that new moon to shift. It's going to be some sort of shifting healing. And, well, we'll have to wait and see what that's going to look like. For this week, I couldn't think of better decks to start to embrace some of the color, the play, and joy, other than the Everyday Witch Tarot and Oracle. I love this combination. I love the way they feel and work together. I love the bright colors. Elizabeth Alba, who is the illustrator, she's nailed it on this one. So I love it. Absolutely love it. The creators here are creating a new Oracle deck. It's apparently coming out this month or this year sometime. You will see it on my channel because I really enjoy the way this combination and these decks feel. And they're very impatient today. But let's look at this week. What does this week bring, my friends? And I think a lot of us for this week are finally getting back into kind of a bit of a routine. I know for me, my kids are back in school this week, so this is going to be a good week for me to get back into, my regular rotation on Twitch, working in on my YouTube channel. Yeah. We have the Six of Wands. That balanced, that very victorious energy. The Queen of Pentacles. That Mother Earth, fertile, grounded stability. Yeah, the Ten of Wands. In reversal. It's good to see it in reversal. The reason why is because it does feel like it's a shift away. There isn't so much expectation and demand. We're finally being able to take that breath. We're going to be able to ground, stabilize, and invigorate ourselves. This will be a very conscious choice, similar to that of the energies we're trying to shift from retrograde. It's kind of that final, kind of shake it off, if you will, that we're going to need to really start to take hold and get into the meat and potatoes of 2024. We're just getting into this. We're just starting to spread our wings on what we want to do and how this is going to look. The Queen of Pentacles does very much take on that Capricorn energy of that very workhorse, stable energy. We have that this week. We need to embrace it. There's a lot of things we want to get done. There's a lot of things that are going to rejuvenate us, that are going to fuel us. However, it's important that we do, we have to be the ones that do this. It's not going to happen for us. we have to have that active participation. If we do not, you're going to see that this becomes more and more overwhelming and in the direct form. So we are going to really feel that burden. We're going to feel that burnout. And it's not going to feel good. It's frankly going to suck, and you're going to see that mental health start to spiral. January is one of the hardest months. It is the coldest month. Many of us do not have a holiday until, well, depending on where you're at. I know for Alberta, we have a long weekend in February. Many of us don't have a holiday or a break until Easter, which is the last weekend of March, which is March 29th. That's a long haul. So we need to be very mindful of how we go forward in the next couple of months, because that mental health, that burden is going to be very easy to kind of topple us. And that's a very slippery slope. We don't want to go down it. So let's look at some tools and supports that will help us to embrace the Queen of Pentacles and see the victory in the Six of Wands. Oh my God, yes. Cleansing body and spirit. Intentional bathing is going to be a game changer for you, especially as we are in that bigger, well, that break, if you will. We're going to be seeing a lot of work weeks with not a lot of play, and it can get pretty overwhelming. Using that intentional bathing to clear out some of that heaviness, the burdens, other people's energies, because we are in a new year. We are just coming up from Mercury retrograde, the burden. This is the blue month of that emotional piece. Using that to make sure that we are very stable, very in control of self and those energies. We need to dump what isn't ours. We need to dump what is not helping or serving us, that's not contributing to the solution and making us feel more empowered. We don't want to add more to this. Connecting with Gaia. And many of us, like me included, we're in a winter wonderland of Frozen. It's not so easy. Making sure that you're using your tools, whether that be meditation, crystals, getting out, even though it might be cold outside, maybe going for a walk. It might not be as long of a walk. You will probably need to bundle up. Many of us will. We still need that stability. We need that foundation. That's why we have the Queen of Pentacles here. It's going to help us with our growth. It's going to help us feel more able to take on those challenges and the challenges that other people will bring, because again, when we're dealing with energies that we're coping with, instabilities, heaviness, mental health triggers, so are they. And we don't live in a bubble. So know that what's impacting you is going to impact other people, which is going to impact you. It's that domino effect slash, we're all intertwined, connected, that whole jazz. All right, let's look at what further support will help my friends to embrace that queen and that victory for the first full week in January. First full week in 2024. And how long do you think it's going to take everybody to get used to writing the year? It's it's going to take me till probably June. I'll still write 2023. We have the Four of Pentacles in reversal. We need that stability, but we can't recluse ourselves. The Four of Pentacles usually has a man with pentacles under each of his feet, and then one across his chest and one on his crown there, which disconnects him from Gaia. It covered most of his, core chakras and then his crown. We can't shut ourselves down. We can't recluse ourselves. Energetically, socially, we need to make sure that we are staying connected. At the same time, using those supports to ensure that we don't feel that energy of others in a negative way. We want that positive. We want to make sure that we're in control of self, while at the same time enjoying and celebrating with those around us. This is the Page of Pentacles. There's a lot that we need to get done. There's a lot of stuff that is going to come forward. We cannot wait for someone to save us or change things or make things different for us. We have to be that active participant. We have to make some decisions for ourselves. What is that going to look like? What tools are we going to need? How do you want to go forward? You wait for someone to come and save you from whatever challenge you're dealing with, whatever problems life throws at you, those burdens, those feelings of overwhelmness, burnout. You are going to find that these two start to slide faster. We need to make some proactive decisions for ourselves and then start to make use of them. Take those steps so that we're not so reliant on others to save us. We want to celebrate and be with them, connect with them, and sure, gain information from them, but they're not going to be able to do it for us. The Two of Swords in reversal. There's your decision-making card. These need to be decisions that are for you, that are going to fuel you so that you feel better, you feel more empowered. The more you're able to take the time with that grounded stability, with that passion and that fuel in your heart, and start to look at some of these challenges. Look at that pathway. We know it's there. We may not understand it fully. However, we can start to make some slow steps so that we are making progress. We're starting to move and get ourselves unstuck, while at the same time continuing to assess what's happening. How can we go forward for our best and greatest good? I want to thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope that this helped you to see what this first full week is going to offer you, some of those challenges, and more importantly, how to overcome those challenges. If you did enjoy this session, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, as it does help people find me on the Sea of YouTube. More importantly for you, don't forget to subscribe. Hit that bell. I've got so much more coming forward. You don't want to miss any of it. And if you're looking for an added layer of support, I do have a Ko-fi and Patreon page. I provided links below, so you can go check it out. Again, I want to thank you so very much for joining me today and exploring your first full week into 2024. Until tomorrow, my friends.